Hello, my fellow traveling friends. This is Frank and Angie, the frugal, living local, living abroad on small means. Discover QuencaEcuador.com. That's what we do. Been abroad 5 years, still living on $1,200 a month, 5 adults. Check it out. Just want a quick note here as a comparison. You know, people love to compare, don't you? We've talked a lot about peanut butter, and you guys know that we make our own. We have to. Check it out. These are various peanut butters. You see the one that's in English, Simply Natural, is $6.44. We've shown that before. The lowest priced, this is the common brand here, is $2.96, so it's $3. What is that? How big is that jar? I can't see. I don't have my glasses.
It's 450 grams.
So it's about a pound. And that's $3 for the cheapest one. Middle one's $4.50, and I think it's not that one. It's probably something back here. Anyhow, there's another one here for $3.22, and that's 2 brands, $3.22. So the cheapest one's just under $3, and then they've got the English one for $6.40. No difference. They're both natural peanuts. One of them's just in English, and it's twice as much. The point is, even the lowest priced brand, even the lowest locally priced brand is still higher than the peanut butter that we were getting up in the States. You can still get natural peanut butter for, somebody said, $1.80, and I think we might have been paying $2.80 for that size right there. We were, but somebody also said they can get theirs for $1.80. The bottom line, somebody from Michigan wrote in and said they're getting it for $1.80. This conversation brings me to another thought. Just the way pricing structures seem to adjust themselves much more rapidly here to the upside than, say, up in the States. In the States, I still get emails from Walmart, roll back, roll back, roll back. They don't roll back here, they roll up. And part of that, the reason is because because there's low supply and high demand. Once foreigners start showing up, it places a big stress on demand. Because the local supply is very limited in most cases. A lot of products we'll try to show later have gone up exponentially, 10, 20, 30% per year here, whereas 5 years later, these products up in the States are still the same price. And the reason is, my opinion is that there's a lot of competition there, and there's not a sudden surge of demand in any particular area. I don't think. Why else would prices remain the same on products for 5 years in a row? Whereas here, for example, ground beef. Now the price of ground beef at a major grocery chain here has gone to the level of the U.S. prices for ground beef.
For the low-fat one.
For the best ground beef that they had, the best quality. Not you can do a switcheroo where they triple the price on the good quality and then give you the really fatty one, still cheaper. That's not what you could get 5 years ago when you first got here. So in other words, your standard of living has gone down if you're a resident that's been here 5 years, because you can no longer get the same amount of ground beef. That's just one product I'm thinking about. And so the bottom line is that a lot of it seems to me that the prices have stayed quite stable on a lot of products there. I realize a lot of them have gone up through the years because of oil prices. There was a surge in prices back in 2011. But still, overall, there are products I can call right now. I can go online, go to the U.S. stores. I can look at their sales brochures, and I can look at prices just like that and compare to what's happening here. To prices, and that's just one example, was the peanut butter. Just thought people would like to know, especially frugal-minded folk, I think need to be aware that these places that are on the circuit, these places that are all over the internet and have high level of interest by people looking to travel for one reason or another. They're going to, well, Panama's a perfect example. Look at the prices there. They're untouchable. Every single price there caters to millionaires. I've actually had a store manager tell me that. They were wondering, well, if you're not from New York, then, you know, that's why you're saying it's too expensive. Well, yeah. So I guess Panama is just a bedroom community for New York when it comes to prices. So yeah, you know, be warned. Something that frugal folk and people on fixed incomes want to know. You will have to make an effort to get lower prices here. This is not a just show up and punch in, punch out kind of thing. These places don't stay what they were. And here's another quick example. I like fancy mustards, and I used to go to the bargain store. Yep, bargain store, and get something like this fancy mustard, and I could get it for like $1.50, and this is $5.50 here in Cuenca, Ecuador. So,
It's spicy brown mustard. That's all it is.
Spicy brown. That's all it is. But it's $5.50. I used to get it for $1.50. I don't remember. It was like around $1.50. For this size too. This big one. So $5.50. That's pretty high. One more thing. People want to know this kind of stuff. Details. That's what I like about when I go somewhere and want to know information. The details. There's so much generic information online. Check it out. We used to get Duke's mayonnaise. Duke's mayonnaise, the only brand in the U.S., in the eastern U.S. anyway, that I know of, that has no sugar. Every single brand of mayonnaise here has sugar in it. So does every single brand of mustard and every single brand of ketchup. Everything. This is like the 70s when there was no health consciousness. Everything, the labels, nobody cared. They didn't tell you what was in the stuff. That's how it is. So everything's got sugars, no Duke's mayo, so have to make compromise. And I don't eat much mayo, but once in a while I like mayo. But
we make our own a lot of times.
You can make your own, but you can't get neutral, raw, cold-pressed oil here. And so the only oil that you can get that's raw and cold-pressed is the heavy-duty extra virgin olive oil, which isn't really, unless you're really looking for a heavy-duty olive oil flavored mayonnaise, which you may be, but no, I'm not. I mean, that's the only choice available. If you want just a regular mayo, not with the heavy-duty flavor in it, you can't get neutral oils that have been cold-pressed and are raw. Okay, signing out. Frank and Angie, thanks for listening. Discover CuencaEcuador.com. Check out our book section. Get knowledgeable, get in the know, study, read, learn. Check out the books. Have a nice day. Frank and Angie signing out. Bye-bye.